in
doubt.
Right. I'll let you go first.
I don't like it. I talked to you about this maybe weeks ago on a podcast. I was looking for Durant to come east so that the balance of power can kind of shift a little bit between the East and the West. I was looking for that guy that can go toe-to-toe with LeBron in an Eastern Conference final. And unfortunately, that's not going to happen right now. Now, here's what I hate mostly about this is that, and I'm not going to go as far as to what Stephen A. said about it being, one of the most weakest moves in the history of the NBA. I won't go that far, but this is what I'll say. You can't go to a team that just basically beat you coming back from a 3-1 deficit in the conference final. You can't do
Sure you
that.
can.
Huh?
Sure you can.
He can, but you can't do that, man. No. Did LeBron go join Ray Allen, Paul Pierce, and KG after they beat him a couple times?
To the Spurs,
or go to San Antonio? Yeah, you know what I'm saying. Did Patrick Ewing join the Bulls with Pippen and Rodman? No.
Let me just.
You don't do that.
Let me say this. His goals have been made glaringly clear what his goals are. In this new age of the NBA, unfortunately, it's about business. And no matter how he gets the chip, if he ends up getting the chip, at the end of the day, most people won't look at how he got the chip. All they're concerned with is he got the chip.
You think so?
When in the terms of money, business, endorsements, things of that nature, yes.
I agree with.
So, mixed feelings. I'm from DC, the DC area, Capitol Heights, Maryland is where he's from. They kind of CPA. They kind of they're hand in hand. Long story short, and so amidst all the hate and things like that, I get the opportunity. I don't know Kevin Durant personally, but I know people who know Kevin Durant personally. So
right.
I watched comments or asked people questions about how they felt or whatever. And this particular girl, she was unfriending people who had negative comments or negative statuses on Facebook. Was unfriending people who had negative statuses about Kevin Durant because that's how invested she is into him as a person. Right. Outside of right. And I kind of watched her comment trail where somebody went in and was like, well, you do understand that this is a game, and so any hate you hear is not directed or not always necessarily directed towards Kevin Durant the person, but more so about the decision, how basketball, the game.
Right.
And she just didn't care because she was so invested into him as a person. She just couldn't bear to look at comments from people saying...
It got overwhelming at a point.
I mean, honestly, I can't imagine, what their relationship is as to why it was that overwhelming, and truthfully, it ain't my business. It didn't care to ask. Right. I was just, just kind of watching as I saw it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, she got downright defensive with somebody on Facebook over, her trying to get this girl to rationalize, okay, look, it's not per se a personal attack.
Sure.
With all that said, it's been mixed reviews. Some people are like, good. This, he's making the best decision for him. And this is what I'll say. What's clear is that he felt like he made the best decision for him. It's a long record, and I have been saying this for years, even though before the Western Conference Finals, I wanted KD to come. But I've been saying it for years. He's not going to come because it's too much of a distraction for him here.
And I don't think he wants that pressure.
He doesn't want the distractions. Family, friends,
loved ones. And really, look, I've been bringing up the DC sports curse thing and all that 24 years without a title.
I think
if he comes here, the attention is going to shift to KD.
Yeah, right.
It ain't going to be Bryce Harper. It ain't going to be Ovechkin. It's going to be
right.
Kevin Durant.
I 100% agree with that. But he hadn't even mentioned it to that point because he'll make it seem like, oh, I can handle that. That just comes with the territory.
Right.
He's talking about the random phone calls he's going to get. Hey, man, you remember me
Hook
back
me up
when
with
we
some
was
tickets.
8 years old and I showed you how to cross the ball over and look at you now. Now you're using my move and you're making, $56 million.
Right.
Shit like that. Hey, man, you think you can let me borrow $5,000, man? I got this good idea. Like he's gonna get that all the time at home from people that he's not necessarily cool with.
I could understand that. It's not like LeBron that in a situation where the Cavs actually drafted LeBron out of his own backyard and now he's played for them for a few years, went to Miami and then came back and delivered the title. It's totally different with Durant.
Well, I imagine that LeBron dealt with all of that the second he got drafted.
Yeah, sure.
So now, for the most part,
sure. That's why I say
he's
it's different.
right. He's either used to it or it's over.
Yeah.
So there's that. But what I think, and this is just me as a sports fan, again, I don't know him personally, and truth be told, at the very end of the day, I'm not going to lose sleep for the fact that he went to the Warriors. It don't affect my pocket. None of that.
Yeah, no, not at all.
But in the sense of a sports fan, he did this to get a ring. And
it's all about that chip.
And that's what it's all about. But it's what I'm wrestling with was it more of a business move or was it, damn, I'm going into my 10th year. I don't know if I'm going to be able to win a ring.
Time's running out.
Right.
And maybe he's thinking about the foot injury he had a couple years ago. When the history.
I'm wondering if he really feels like I can't do this with the core that they, being the guy in Oklahoma City with Westbrook.
Which was a championship caliber team, by the way.
Like Stephen A. said, 3 separate times they was 48 minutes away from going to the championship.
Yeah.
And I'll be honest with you, I liked their chances.
Yeah, you almost had it on the money. I got to give you credit up until they blew it.
Until they
blew that game 6.
Right.
But yeah, there's so many angles to look at this from. Just from the Warriors standpoint. Now you basically got 4 superstars in the starting lineup.
I mean, let's say this: you got four of the top 15 players possibly in the league.
Yeah.
Because I wouldn't call Draymond Green or Klay Thompson superstars, but
if you stretch it out to top 15,
they're you probably got 4 out of 15. You probably got best players in the league.
Yep, makes sense.
Really, pending injury, you have no excuse but to win the title.
Right.
And that's, like I said, this is why Kevin Durant did it. I mean, I don't know. They said when he took the meeting with Golden State, Steph Curry was there, Draymond was there, and I truly believe that they was courting them since they lost.
I'll give you another influence. Jerry West.
Yeah.
For those that unfamiliar with Jerry West, his playing career, to my understanding, he's been to 8 or 9 different NBA finals and has lost 8 of them. He's only won 1 title. So I think his pitch to Durant was, hey, look, I done lost 8 of these bad boys and was just able to get 1. Cherish this stuff while you can.
I would love to know what the pitch was. Did they have, 3 bitches, ready to do whatever.
Your girl Ronnie Rose.
Some wine, what I'm
Ronnie
saying?
Rose the part of the deal? Hey, maybe she was at the meeting. You never know.
A boyfriend is what I hear, man. So y'all gonna stop going on her, man. But in all events, man,
they're the overwhelming favorite in the West now.
They're the overwhelming favorite, period.
I mean, but I say it from the standpoint of we talk about how the East is just Cleveland and everybody else. In the West now, it just seems like now it's Golden State and everybody else.
And let's be clear. They just got Delonte West at a veteran minimum. So
David West,
I'm sorry.
Yep.
They got David West at a minimum, so it's like they got rid of Bogut for a guy who could play in the paint and can stretch the floor as far as jump shooting.
And they got Pachulia in a trade, too.
Right, and then Ray Allen want to go to the damn Warriors.
Everybody want to go to the Warriors. So, even Von Miller wants to go to the Warriors. So you saw that meme?
Yeah. So it's like, my nigga, at the end of the day, it's no reason. It's like now at this point, the pressure. There's no way the pressure can all be on Kevin Durant. you splitting it with Steph Curry.
Right.
So, bang, you got that. You got somebody to talk to the whole time.
At the same time, though, I think people are gonna look more at Durant, though. They're gonna look at Durant a lot more, though.
I think Steph Curry is a big enough superstar where it's gonna be split evenly.
Well, think about it this way, and I'm gonna compare it to the Heat when they formed the Big Three.
But see, I don't want to. I'll hear you out. But
I'm just talking about pressure. I'm not talking about how they got together. I'm talking about pressure points here.
Gotcha.
When the Heat got together in 2010, not 1, not 2, not 3. You know that whole deal.
Mm-hmm.
Wade already had his ring at that point. LeBron comes in. Bosh comes in. Who do you think they looked at more in terms of the pressure? They looked at LeBron more in terms of pressure. They didn't look at, well, Wade's got to equally take the pressure from LeBron. No.
But it's different. But it's different because it's different for a few reasons. One, Steph Curry was shit in the finals. This prior finals.
This is true. That is a very true statement.
That
is a very true statement.
I mean, he was shit. Like, he was garbage. That's one point. Second point is Steph Curry, unanimous MVP, two MVPs. The second he started dancing and shooting up these shots and they start going in again, as long as Steph Curry is a highlight film, it's going to take pressure off Kevin Durant. It's going to take pressure off Kevin Durant because it's somebody just as good as him,
right,
production wise and highlight wise. It's somebody just as good as him on the floor. So it's like one night I could do it, one night he could do it,
right.
One night and for me, I think it's a little different from the Dwayne Wade thing because, correct me if I'm wrong, who won the finals the year before LeBron went to Miami?
Who won the finals?
It wasn't
Kobe.
the Heat. Right. It wasn't the Heat.
It was the Lakers.
Right. So it wasn't even a situation where, people was checking for Dwayne Wade per se. Like right now, if you had to go most hated players right now, you'd say Kevin Durant, but Steph Curry would be somewhere in that.
I think as next season comes along, I think he's going to start to feel a lot more of that hate.
Well,
especially given, like you said, he was garbage in the finals.
Right, but
when no shots wasn't falling, there was no. I mean,
people was not feeling Steph. People are not feeling. And then with the whole Aisha Curry shit that was happening, people was not feeling Steph Curry along the finals. He was
no post game. I mean,
he was really being, not the Warriors. Steph Curry individually was really being made to kind of be like a quasi villain.
The tantrum he threw.
Yeah, like 6. He was made to be like a quasi villain, kind of like because he was playing so bad. And then like you said with the Game 6 thing, so it's like, okay, how do you follow that up after you got your ass waxed? Because let's be very clear.
Your boy Kevin Durant.
Well, I'm more so talking about the pressure.
Right.
Golden State did nothing wrong in trying to acquire Kevin Durant.
No. Look,
just like the other 29,
right.
30 teams for that matter. But just like every other team, if you had a shot to get Kevin Durant, you're gonna go for it.
You won't get him, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
No,
so,
I got you.
It's not that they did nothing wrong. It's more, it's like Kevin Durant came and met a girl that had baggage.
Yeah, I mean, pretty much, man. Again, I mean, I told my god sister this the other day. I said, why are we going through the regular season now? Let's just preview the 2017 NBA Finals.
I mean, pending injury, bruh. Let's be very clear.
Let's just break down the finals for 2017 because it's clear on the East, and don't give me it's not clear cut. It's clear cut.
No, I think it's pretty clear.
It's clear cut on both sides.
Yeah.
It's Golden State and it's Cleveland at this point.
Yeah.
You're listening to the Barbershop Sports Talk podcast with Trey and Maestro here. So, the Thunder on this side here, they're in trouble, man. And
they're about to lose Westbrook.
Yeah.
They're about to lose him.
And I'm going to get to that in a second. Did you like the Oladipo trade?
I didn't really think much about it. I mean, see, here was, obviously this happened before Kevin
Before
Durant.
he made his
so
decision,
there
yeah.
was an opportunity that they could have kept Kevin Durant. I think they offered him a lot of money to stay.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He was going to get the most money from Oklahoma
City, right? So,